Did you know that a 74-year-old grandfather missed his grandson's wedding because of a fall during his morning walk? He wasn't hiking or rushing, he was just taking his usual stroll around the block when he tripped and fell, breaking his hip. His family was heartbroken. He'd been walking every day for decades, so how did this happen? Could it have been prevented? The truth is, after 70, certain walking habits that seem perfectly safe can quietly set you up for dangerous falls, leading to injuries that can rob you of your independence or even land you in the hospital for months. And the worst part, most people don't realize they're making these mistakes until it's too late. In this video, we're diving into 6 common walking mistakes that doctors warn can lead to devastating falls after 70. These are everyday habits you might be doing right now, thinking they're no big deal, but they could be putting you at risk for fractures, head injuries, or worse. Some of these will surprise you, and others might be things you've done for years without a second thought. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to avoid, why these mistakes are so dangerous, and most importantly, what you can do instead to walk with confidence, stay steady, and keep enjoying the activities you love. Stay with me until the very end, because the last mistake is one that even the most cautious seniors often overlook, and the simple fix could be the key to staying safe for years to come. Let's get started. Let's start with walking while distracted. You might think checking your phone for a quick text or waving to a neighbor is harmless, but after 70, taking your focus off the path can spell trouble. Imagine Betty, a 72-year-old who loved her daily walks through the park. She was active, healthy, and felt great. But one morning, she glanced at her phone to read a message from her son while crossing a paved trail. In that moment, she didn't see a tree root sticking out, tripped, and fell hard on her shoulder. The result? A broken collarbone and weeks of pain, plus a fear of walking that kept her indoors for months. Here's why this is so risky. As you age, your balance and reflexes slow down. Your brain needs more time to spot and react to obstacles, and your muscles aren't as quick to catch you if you stumble. When you're distracted, whether by a phone, a conversation, or even looking at scenery, you're not fully aware of what's underfoot. A crack in the sidewalk, a loose gravel patch, or a small step can become a hazard in an instant. Studies show that seniors who walk while distracted are up to 3 times more likely to fall compared to those who stay focused. And falls after 70 aren't just bumps or bruises. They can lead to hip fractures, concussions, or complications that take months to recover from, if you recover at all. So, what should you do instead? Practice mindful walking. Keep your eyes on the ground about 5 to 10 feet ahead, scanning for uneven surfaces, wet spots, or debris. If you need to check your phone or talk to someone, stop walking, handle it, and then move on. Wear your glasses if you need them to see clearly, and avoid carrying heavy bags that throw off your balance. If you like listening to music or audiobooks, use one earbud so you can still hear traffic, dogs, or other sounds around you. Staying present with every step might feel like extra effort, but it's a small price to pay to keep your walks safe and enjoyable. If you're still watching and finding this valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Your support helps us keep creating content to help you live safer and stronger. Now, let's move on. Next, let's talk about wearing improper footwear. You might think any comfortable pair of shoes is fine for a short walk, but after 70, the wrong shoes can turn a safe stroll into a dangerous misstep. Take George, a 75-year-old who walked his dog every evening. He wore the same old sneakers he'd had for years, thinking they were good enough. But one day he slipped on a wet sidewalk and fell, spraining his ankle and bruising his knee. His doctor pointed out the problem. His shoes had worn out soles with no grip, and they offered no support for his arches. Here's what's going on. After 70, your feet change, your arches flatten, the fat pads under your heels thin out, and your balance depends more on stable footing. Shoes that are worn out, too loose, or poorly designed, like flip-flops, slip-ons, or thin-soled sneakers, don't give your feet the stability they need. They can cause you to slip on slick surfaces, twist your ankle on uneven ground, or lose balance if they don't fit properly. Even shoes that feel cozy might lack the cushioning or traction to protect your joints and keep you steady. Research shows that improper footwear is linked to over 25% of falls in seniors, with many leading to serious injuries like hip fractures, which can take months to heal and sometimes require surgery. So, what's the better choice? Invest in walking shoes, designed for stability and support? Look for shoes with a wide base, good arch support, and non-slip soles with deep treads for traction. They should fit snugly but not pinch, with enough room for your toes to move. Replace your shoes every 6 to 12 months, or sooner if the tread wears down. If you have foot problems like bunions or arthritis, see a podiatrist for custom inserts or recommendation. And skip the sandals or slippers for outdoor walks. Save those for indoors. A good pair of walking shoes is like a safety net for your mobility, keeping you steady on everything from pavement to grass. If you're still with me, comment number 2 below to let me know you're finding this helpful. Your feedback keeps us motivated. Let's keep going. Now, let's talk about walking with a shuffling gait. You might not even notice you're doing it, but dragging your feet or taking short, hesitant steps can be a major fall risk. Picture Dorothy, a 73-year-old who walked to her local market every day. Over time, her family noticed she wasn't lifting her feet as much. She shuffled along, barely clearing the ground. One afternoon, her toe caught on a small curb and she fell forward, fracturing her wrist and hitting her head. Her doctor explained that her shuffling gait was a red flag, signaling declining strength and balance that made her vulnerable. Here's why this is dangerous. After 70, your leg and core muscles weaken, and your nervous system may not signal your feet to lift as high. Shuffling often feels safer because it keeps you closer to the ground, but it actually increases your chance of tripping over small obstacles like rugs, cracks, or steps. It also shortens your stride, making it harder to recover if you do stumble. Studies show that seniors with a shuffling gait are up to 4 times more likely to fall, and these falls are more likely to cause serious injuries like pelvic fractures or traumatic brain injuries, which can be life-changing. So what should you do instead? Focus on improving your gait and strengthening your legs. Consciously lift your feet with each step, aiming to clear the ground by at least an inch. Practice walking heel-toe, where your heel lands first, then rolls to your toes. If you're unsteady, use a cane or walker, and don't hesitate to hold onto railings or a friend's arm. To build strength, try exercises like seated leg lifts. Extend one leg straight out, hold for 5 seconds, and lower slowly, repeating 10 times per leg. Standing heel raises, where you rise onto your toes and lower back down, are also great for calf strength. Do these daily, and if shuffling persists, see a physical therapist for a gait assessment. Walking with strength and purpose keeps you safe and lets you move freely wherever life takes you. If this is resonating with you, comment number 3 below to let me know you're still here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It helps us keep bringing you content that makes a difference. Let's move forward. Next up is walking on uneven or cluttered surfaces without caution. You might think you know your backyard or neighborhood like the back of your hand, but after 70, surfaces you've walked on for years can become hazardous if you're not careful. Consider Frank, a 76-year-old who loved tending his garden. He walked across his lawn every day to water his plants, but one evening, he stepped into a small dip he hadn't noticed and fell, twisting his knee and bruising his hip. His doctor warned that uneven ground was a common cause of falls, and Frank's injury could have been much worse. Here's the issue. As you age, your depth perception and balance decline, making it harder to judge uneven terrain like gravel, grass, or cobblestones. Cluttered areas, think leaves on a path, extension cords in a garage, or toys in a grandchild's yard, add to the risk. Even small changes in elevation, like a single step or a tree root, can trip you if you're not paying close attention. Research shows that uneven or cluttered surfaces are involved in nearly 40% of outdoor falls among seniors, often leading to fractures or head injuries that require long recoveries. So what's the safer approach? Choose smooth, stable surfaces whenever possible, like paved sidewalks or indoor tracks. If you have to walk on grass, gravel, or uneven paths, slow down, take smaller steps, and use a cane or walking stick for extra stability. Clear clutter from your regular routes. Sweep leaves, move hoses, or ask for help organizing busy areas. Wear sturdy shoes with good traction, and consider using trekking poles if you're walking on trails. If your home or yard has uneven spots like steps or slopes, install handrails or mark them with bright tape to make them easier to see. Being cautious about where you walk doesn't mean giving up your favorite routes. It means making them safer so you can keep enjoying them. If you're finding this eye-opening, comment number 4 below to let me know you're still with me. Your support means the world, so please subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't already. Let's keep going. Now let's talk about walking without warming up or stretching. You might think you can just lace up your shoes and go, especially if you're only walking a short distance. But skipping a warm-up after 70 can make your muscles and joints more prone to injury. Take Alice, a 71-year-old who walked to her community center every morning. She never bothered with stretching, thinking it wasn't necessary for just walking. But one day she felt a sharp pull in her calf mid-walk and fell, spraining her ankle and scraping her hands. Her physical therapist explained that her tight muscles were a factor, and a simple warm-up could have prevented the injury. Here's why this matters. After 70, your muscles and tendons lose elasticity and your joints get stiffer, especially if you've been sitting for a while. Walking without warming up puts sudden stress on cold muscles, increasing the risk of strains, cramps, or loss of balance. Tight calves or hamstrings can also shorten your stride, making you more likely to trip. Studies show that seniors who skip warm-ups before physical activity are up to twice as likely to experience muscle injuries. And these injuries often lead to falls, especially if they cause sudden pain or instability. So, what should you do instead? Spend 5 minutes warming up before every walk. Start with gentle movements like marching in place to get your blood flowing and loosen your joints. Follow with simple stretches. Try a calf stretch by stepping 1 foot back, keeping your heel down, and leaning forward slightly, holding for 15 seconds per leg. For your hips, do a seated leg swing. Sit in a chair, swing one leg forward and back 10 times, then switch. These moves prepare your body for walking, improve your flexibility, and reduce the chance of pulling a muscle. If you're prone to stiffness, consider a warm shower before your walk to relax your muscles. A little prep goes a long way in keeping your walk smooth and safe. If this is hitting home, comment number 5 below to let me know you're still here. Your feedback keeps us going. Let's talk about the final mistake. It's a big one. The last mistake is walking when you're overly tired or unwell. You might think pushing through fatigue or a minor cold is no big deal, especially if walking is part of your routine, but after 70, this can be a dangerous choice. Picture Henry, a 77-year-old who prided himself on never missing his evening walk. One day, he felt unusually tired, but decided to go anyway, thinking it would perk him up. Halfway through, he felt dizzy, lost his balance on a small step, and fell, fracturing his elbow. His doctor later found he was dehydrated and fighting a mild infection, both of which impaired his coordination and strength. Here's why this is so serious. After 70, your body's reserves are lower, and fatigue or illness, even something as simple as a cold, can affect your balance, reaction time, and muscle control. Being tired reduces your focus, making it harder to spot obstacles or recover from a stumble. Conditions like dehydration, low blood sugar, or even medications for a cold can cause dizziness or weakness, increasing your fall risk. Research shows that seniors who walk when fatigued or unwell are up to 3 times more likely to fall. And these falls often lead to severe injuries like hip fractures or head trauma, which can have long-term consequences. So what's the safer option? Listen to your body and rest when you're tired or under the weather. If you're feeling off, whether it's exhaustion, dizziness, or a stuffy nose, skip your walk or shorten it to a gentle stroll on a flat, familiar path. Stay hydrated, eat a balanced meal before walking, and check with your doctor if you're on medications that cause drowsiness or lightheadedness. If you're eager to stay active, try light indoor exercises like seated marches or stretching until you're back to full strength. Prioritizing rest when you need it isn't giving up. It's protecting your ability to keep walking for years to come. If you're still watching and found this valuable, comment number 6 below to let me know you're here. Your support means everything, so please subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't already. Let's wrap this up with some final thoughts. We've covered 6 walking mistakes that might seem harmless but can lead to dangerous falls after 70. Walking while distracted, wearing improper footwear, shuffling your feet, walking on uneven surfaces, skipping warm-ups, and walking when tired or unwell. Each of these habits can quietly erode your balance and stability, putting you at risk for injuries that could change your life. But here's the good news. You don't have to stop walking. By making small, smart changes like staying focused, wearing supportive shoes, lifting your feet, choosing safe paths, warming up, and resting when needed, you can keep enjoying your walks with confidence and safety. Take a moment to think about your own walking habits. Are you glancing at your phone mid-stride? Wearing those old sneakers because they're comfy? Maybe you're shuffling a bit or pushing through when you're exhausted. Whatever you're doing, awareness is the key. You don't have to give up your daily strolls. You just need to adapt them to your body's needs. So here's my challenge to you. Pick one of these fixes and try it this week. Maybe put your phone away during your next walk, or do a quick calf stretch before you head out. Pay attention to how you feel after a few days. I'm betting you'll notice more steadiness and ease in every step. Thank you for joining me today. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts inspire us to keep creating content that helps you thrive. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support keeps us going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.